Protests in Spain may sweep away Pedro Sanchez's socialist government. At least that is the mood among the public. Crowds took to the streets. In cities and towns, people shouted out their anger. We are protesting against this regime, this damned corrupt gang of thieves. Pedro Sanchez and his ilk think they can do whatever they want, that they are above the law, but we will not allow it. The whole country has had enough of them, although the discredited and corrupt authorities are still clinging to their positions, and people say it outright. It's a mafia. We came here to see if Pedro Sanchez will leave once and for all, or if we have to go after him, because this man is corrupt. He is a liar. He has no right to be the prime minister. The socialists, who have been in power for 7 years, have led, among other things, to an economic crisis, rising unemployment, the madness of left-wing liberal ideologies, and a decline in security by accepting hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants. Spain is in the midst of a housing crisis and an uncontrolled influx of tourists. And of course, there is a complete lack of trust in the authorities. And these are just some of the problems. This government has destroyed everything: politics, state institutions, authority, civil liberties. It has replaced them with corruption, its own filth and lies. But the Spanish people will not remain silent. Spaniards have been shaken by a huge influx of illegal immigrants. Rape, assault, theft, and car arson have become everyday occurrences here, and the socialist government pretends that there is no problem. We don't need immigrants to work now. We need jobs for the locals. We have to take care of our land, our people, our children, not illegal immigrants. It is important for Spaniards to have more children, because due to the mass influx of immigrants, we will soon lose our identity, and nothing will remain of us here. The residents of the Canary Islands are well aware of this. Between January and May alone, almost 11,000 illegal immigrants arrived on the islands. We can't cope anymore. It's too much for such a small island. This is our land, and we live here in fear and bear the enormous costs of this whole situation. The economic crisis and unemployment have particularly affected young people, who also have problems renting apartments because most of them are reserved for tourists. Hence the demands for the authorities to restrict tourist traffic. The government is bringing poverty upon us by exploiting the influx of tourists. Prices have gone up and our salaries have gone down. There are no apartments available. The authorities care more about tourists than their own citizens. All this at a time when Pedro Sanchez's socialist government is losing public trust. Corruption and moral scandals are coming to light, such as the one involving the prime minister's closest associate, the already dismissed transport minister José Luis Ábalos, who took exclusive prostitutes on business trips at the taxpayers' expense, of course. But that's not all. Ábalos is also involved in corruption. He allegedly helped circumvent sanctions imposed on the dictatorial government of Venezuela. I am here in connection with the police investigation into José Luis Ábalos. First of all, I would like to ask the citizens for forgiveness. But it is too late for remorse. Spain is in the midst of a series of crises. The socialists have lost face and public trust, but they have already announced that they will not step down until the end of their term in 2027.